Man, hope you guys enjoy this video based on me uh watching these three of those videos they have. That was regarding Bernie Mac roasting the comedians. God rest his soul. God need some caffeine in my life, man. Gotta have some caffeine in my life, man. I need some that in my life. Um, we're in the heels of today's graduation day for for Harold Craig Williams Jr. Um, I think somebody got to take him to his graduation. But this is his moment. Moment's not it's not for me. So my moment just just came and went all the way back in 1998. That's been gone like you know that moment's been that moment's been gone like 28 years ago. 28 years ago. So we're gonna show you about what happened with this thing. So yeah, as soon as my sister goes back to her work from home job, we'll be fine. Especially in July when she goes back to that work from home job, then we'll be fine. Yesterday, yesterday I had to help yesterday I had to go help him in Markilla. I had to help Harold in Markilla get rid of what's left of the bedroom dresser and a headboard that was to her bed. Well, and then the black sofa, the little black sofa. I had to help him get rid of that little black sofa. I think they both want some space to put all their belongings in that room. I think they wanted more bad as I do. Last year. Yesterday I had to go to yesterday I had to go all the way to Bayou Fresh. I had to get like a I had to get like a 12 can pack of this Red Bull. We see I already the day before yesterday I had to go all the way to I had to go to Rouse's to go get like a 12 can pack of Monster. It was like a zero sugar flavored, you know, Monster Energy drink. It has that original, it had that original, it had that original. You see, it had that original flavor to it. Look, it had that original like flavor to it. Had to bring it here. You know, had to leave to go to the gas station to go get this 12 can pack of Mountain Dew over there, and leave it in here. But this is long after I yeah, this is before I had to go get I left the house, left from here again, and after I dropped off the Mountain Dew, I had to leave to go, what I'm saying, to this restaurant, the seafood restaurant. It was called Hooks. It was called Hooks. It's located on Claiborne. It's located on Claiborne Avenue. It's located on Claiborne. I went there and I seen this guy. Where his name is Mohammed. His name is Mohammed. Not Muhammad. Not Muhammad. Mohammed. The guy was sitting there by the register. He was on his phone. He was on the phone, feeling bored as usual. Went there, wanted to order like um a fish and shrimp plate with fries, but he told me I, he told me I wanted like shrimp fried rice go with it. I probably wanted shrimp fried rice go with it. These guys had worse as Manchu food store, man. They usually serve me uh a seafood plate. You know what I'm saying? But I miss going to Manchu food store. So order me a fish and shrimp plate. I spent like 20 some dollars on that. I spent like 20 some dollars on on that fish plate, that fish and shrimp plate. I ordered it, and they gave me the fish plate. Now I leave. I go back to the same gas station. I go back to the gas station and get like 2 bottles of a big shot. I spent like 2 or 3 or 4 bucks. Spend a little money. I spent a little money on that, like 3 or 4 bucks on it, and bought those bottles. Came back, but it's all done with it now. So I ate like yesterday I ate a lot of that fish and shrimp plate. I got them from Hooks. But let me take you some chances about why Bernice King, who was the daughter of the now deceased civil rights legend Martin Luther King Jr., is giving Mississippi rapper David Banner a history lesson on Martin Luther King's views. Yes, he gives she let me tell you about this here. She gives him a history lesson on on King Jr.'s views of integration. Okay, here's the reason why she gives him the history lesson. Here's the reason why she gives him the history lesson. Why she gave him the history lesson on her father's views on integration. On integration, I don't even know. Let's see. Let me explain to you about Bernice King. She is setting she is setting the record straight on her father, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy after comedian and rapper David Banner had choice words about the civil rights leader's ideals. But as you should already know by now, any questionable mention of MLK's name is just another opportunity. Just another opportunity for his daughter to educate us all. Class is now in session. It all started when Banner sat down for an interview with ex NFL player Cam Newton on his podcast that was named Funky Friday. Why is this podcast being known as the quote unquote Funky Friday podcast? It was already been named. That's his shit. That's his shit. You know what I'm saying? But during the show, Banner has been arguing that King's actual dream has been largely misunderstood. This has been mentioned. Let me tell you about what happened here. This is some. This is the sayings about. This is this is what uh this is what Banner said about what happened with Martin Luther King Jr. He said that Martin Luther King was sick of getting his ass beat on. Yeah, that's what's mentioning. He said that Martin Luther King was sick of getting his ass beat on. But Banner said this by referring to the civil rights leader's nonviolent principles by the end of his life. Banner had argued that King had transformed. Yeah, Banner Banner argued that King had completely transformed into a different man with ideals that closely resembled Malcolm X, even though when Malcolm X died. Well, it was 1965. Everybody knows that. The version the version of Martin Luther King that black people love. What did Banner told Newton? I don't think Martin Luther King liked him. Here's his words. I don't think Martin Luther King liked him. Yeah, if they could separate themselves, he wouldn't like that dude. The comedian slash rapper went as far as to claim that integration was one of King's biggest regrets, citing the civil rights leader's confession to Harry Belafonte shortly after or before, I think it's shortly before his death, his untimely, passing. King allegedly said that we have fought hard and long for integration as we believe, as I believe we should have, and I believe that we will win. But I have come to believe that we are integrating into a burning house. I'm afraid that America has lost the moral vision that she may have had. Banner's words were, it quickly sparked the debates online, and by the time the conversation had reached Bernice King, she had to speak out and said that I am one of the children of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That David Banner said that would agree with his opinions about my father, which that Bernice King had began on social media, and then she had clarified the real message behind her now deceased father's work. She said this in a statement. She said this in a statement that it is important to understand that Daddy's goal was never assimilation or black people simply being in the same spaces as white people. There's some more up here. There's some more right here. King was a proud black man who championed integration and warned against total assimilation. He rejected the idea that black folks had to erase their cultural heritage and conform and yeah, and conform to white mainstream society. Instead, King's teachings outline his views of a world where black Americans have shared power, mutual respect, and cultural pluralism. Yes, that's word. That's the word I had to look at. Cultural pluralism in this country. What did Bernice went on to say? His dream was never weak about acquiescence of injustice or centered on a colorblind society in which negative peace, void of justice prevails. His dream was that we would work together to get rid of our world house of the despair of poverty, the destruction of war, and the degradation of racism. After hearing all of the backlash, Banner responded in a separate video posted to his Instagram account. He rejected the idea that he was disrespecting Dr. King instead. Instead, he said that his point was if you froze anybody in time and just spoke about that one part, it's the same system that y'all plotted to destroy. He said that my focus is on what they did to his image, how they manipulated his image, the same way they did Jesus Christ. Banner, he's been doubling down on his initial statement by saying that he doesn't think he made any mistakes on Newton's podcast. Bernice King has yet to respond to Banner's comments. God damn. What the fuck did Banner do to disrespect uh the legacy of Dr. King? He ain't did shit. He ain't did shit. He ain't did shit to his legacy. He ain't did shit to Dr. King. He trying to make a point. He make a point by saying that if you froze anybody in the time period and just spoke about that one part, it's the same system that people like them plotted to destroy. That's what he was trying to say. He wasn't even in there to disrespect Dr. King. Come on. The man's been fucking dead since 1968. Martin Luther King Jr. has been dead since fucking 1968. The man's been shot in the fucking neck by coming out of his hotel room in Tennessee. The Lorraine Hotel. Let me tell you about this hotel. The hotel was named the Lorraine Hotel. We talk about People are talking about Exxon. You see the two X's in Exxon, the gas station. That was that was away. That was a block away from the hotel where Dr. King had to come out of his hotel room, and then some guy with a sniper rifle trying to shoot him in the neck. That's what bad things happen when you see how this shit happen with all these. You got so many sniper rifles and you got snipers and fucking sharpshooters coming up there on the roof, coming to shoot people. They'll be way in Colorado. They'll be way in fucking Texas. They might be way in motherfucking Tennessee. They'll come out there with sniper rifles. They got some sharpshooters on those roofs. Yes, that the FBI needs to go ahead and and go after these sharpshooters. The FBI needs to come after these sharpshooters and take them down and and bring them to justice. They need to bring those people to justice, bro. They must have. They must have. I didn't get a chance to I had a chance to tell this to y'all what I'm wearing today. Uh, I forgot to tell y'all what I was wearing, man. Look, it's a it's a it's a t-shirt that I'm wearing. It's a very different Boys in the Hood t-shirt. It's a little different from the old picture they have of actor Cuba Gooding Jr. and Morris Chestnut and this man right here, O'Shea Jackson, who's also known professionally as Ice Cube. As Ice Cube. See, this picture was already been taken in 1991, I think. There's a photo of him when he played as the character Darren Doughboy Baker in the movie, right? See, they had little scenes they had with him driving that exact car. It was a 1960s Chevrolet Impala. It was an old car. It's been out since the 1960s. It was like a 1963, 1964 model. That was from Chevrolet. So that one scene, there's an argument at the gathering on that night in California. Ricky just bumped into the guy who was driving the red Hyundai. You know what I'm saying? So the argument happened there, and then you had another scene, but this is after that's after Trey had bumped into to the dudes in the red Hyundai, but he goes across the street to go bring some food to a woman who just let the little kid go on the street. So Trey decided to pick up the kid and bring the kid back to the house where that woman lives. That probably her child. He brings the child to that woman, even though that woman had some she been on some sort of narcotics. And even though he told that woman like keep them kids off the streets, you know what I'm saying? Brought the kid back to his mama, who was been high on drugs, you know, just told him keep those kids off the streets. But then you have Doughboy running to these guys. They had Doughboy running to these guys. And all of a sudden he sees these guys that they ran to at the gathering, and then he was outside with the fellas. Doughboy was outside with the fellas, and he was like, "Oh shit, Rick!" So he had to gather the fellas, pack them all up in the car to go pick up Trey and Ricky. And Trey and Ricky, they're running from the dudes that they ran toward the gathering. So they ran and hit to the back alley, and then red Hyundai with the knucklehead pulled out the 12 gauge with the red starter cap on backwards. He's ready to shoot. He was on shoot to kill time. And this one thing he did, it was Ricky was about to go do that scratch off ticket, and Trey is yelling, "Ricky!" And here's Ricky running, and he ended up running. Ricky ended up running and running. The knucklehead pulls out the 12 gauge, pulled the trigger once, shot him in his leg. He shot him in his legs. Bam. Then he shot him again. Right in the back. Wow. Then the driver of the red Hyundai, he drove off. He drove off from the corner. Right after he drove off from the corner, Doughboy and his friends had to come pick them up. So, man, Trey started crying. Trey started crying because his friend was killed by the knucklehead who was in the back seat of the car with the shotgun. See, Doughboy, him and his friends had to go pick them up in the 6'4", right in the 6'4" right there, or 6'3" or 6'4" or 6'4" or something or 6'3". Uh, whatever car he drove. So they drove them. They drove them back to the house. So him and Trey had to go carry Ricky's dead body onto the couch, put him on the couch. Shanice, who had be his Ricky's high school sweetheart, that's Alicia Rogers. That's Alicia Rogers. Everybody remember her? Everybody remember her from Class Act? Yeah, she played the sweetheart. She played Ricky's fiance. She played Ricky's fiance. She was shocked that she saw him laying there dead. His mom, portrayed by Tyra Farrell, from Poetic Justice, she was like, "Yeah, Mrs. Baker, man." She broke down, pissed. She started crying. To me, like she cried and told told Doughboy, like, what did you just do? Doughboy told her a couple of times he did not do nothing. He did not do nothing. She did not even know to what to blame. She was mad. She want to do so. All she want to do is what she gonna do? Get mad at Doughboy? Get mad the knucklehead that shot Ricky? But Doughboy tried to give his mama a hug, and then his mom sees red and start hitting on Doughboy a couple of times. See, Doughboy just walked away. He goes out there on the porch, and Trey said to him like, "Come meet me in my house in a couple of minutes or whatever, or a few minutes or some other shit." But Trey, his clothes were all covered in the blood of his friend. He was covered. It was his body, not his body. His clothes was all covered in all the blood of his friend Ricky. You know what I'm saying? So he had to go. So he had to go pull out the gun. Then Brandy, the same girl who went to the cookout, she was trying to find him, but he left in and rode with Ricky. Not Ricky. He left and rode with his brother Doughboy who drove the Chevy. And then three of Doughboy's friends, cats that he knew that came from the neighborhood. Those little Chris and Monster, you know what I'm saying, and the dude Dookie. Remember the guy Dookie? Everybody remember the guy. Remember the guy who played the character Dookie? But he played the guy that was in the old car on Poetic Justice. I think I think it's before Tupac decided to meet him when he played as Lucky, uh, the postal service mailman who had the old Ford Pinto. You know what I'm saying? That was running good. Ugh, you never know. So Trey just wanted to say, hey, let me out. One thing Trey wanted is to get caught up in some shit. So Trey said, like he wanted Doughboy to let him out. You know, let him out. He let him out. Let him stay on the bus stop. He walks off. He walks off the bus stop and goes home. And his daddy was a little worried. His daddy, uh, Jason, he was worried. He was worried about him, man, going out there with Doughboy. But this is long after that conversation that Jason had with Trey on that day. But Trey had to walk home. The same clothes that he had on from earlier was all covered in Ricky's blood. So on that night, Jason was so disgusted that Trey had to come home in the middle of the night like that. Jason, he couldn't stand the stomach or see them to talk to him, so he walked away, went back to his room, closed the door, full force. Trey, he went back to his own room, and the next day, he changed his clothes. But this is after he got tired on that night, went onto his bed, lie down, with, with his clothes all bloody. But all of a sudden, he was he was uh he was Trey talking to Doughboy, had a conversation, and then all of a sudden the movie just ended. So yeah, Bernice King, bro, she probably gave Dave the real the real McCoy on the advice that she was going to give to him about her daddy. But that's history. You learn history, you get the history. You want it, you get it. I got people playing me like uh rare rare reels of Dr. King, in his speeches. his speeches from back in the days, the 1960s era. So we all learned it from within, man. Yeah, but still, you get the results. You get the real results. When the results get real, you get them. When the results get fake, you get them. You get real results. You get fake results. Unreal results. That is, you can tell from between real results and fake results. You can you choose one or the other. It don't matter. But I'm gonna take my time with that. So I'm gonna have to, finish this video here. I gotta change my clothes, man. And I'm gonna have to restart this PC here. This all in one here. This thing's still this thing's still begging for an update. See this all in one PC is not like the original PC that I have. The original one wants to keep crapping out and and you know and you know and cutting away like that. So sick of that PC. But this PC doesn't even do any this PC doesn't even do no crashes. It just wants restarts. You like this video, man, just hit the like button. It'll give you all the history lesson that you want about. You can look at all the past live shows I did based on rappers and celebrities and wrestling icons. You'll name them all. Or you can look at my name. It says James Coleman, and under my name is at James Coleman 2164. Okay, that's my username on on this here on this here YouTube app. And peace and hair grease. Peace and hair grease. I'm out.